Well, it would seem that Isaac and Rebekah may just live happily ever after, and in fact, they're about to have a couple of kids, and that is who we're going to meet today. We're going to meet Jacob and Esau. Now, I have heard people say things like, I would give up everything for, and then they insert whatever that thing is, the love of their life, or an amazing new job, or the perfect house, or whatever it is. But I never in my whole life have heard anyone say, I would give up everything for a bowl of soup. And yet that is exactly what happens in today's story, which means it's time for another Sketchbook Bible Story. Genesis 25. Abraham lived a total of 175 years. He took his last breath and died when he was very old. He had lived a very long time. Then he joined the members of his family who had already died. Abraham's sons, Isaac and Ishmael, buried his body. They put it in the cave of Machpelah near Mamre. It was in the field of Ephron, the son of Zohar the Hittite. Abraham had bought it from the Hittites. He was buried there with his wife, Sarah. After Abraham died, God blessed his son Isaac. At that time, Isaac lived near Beer Lahai Roi. Here is the story of Abraham's son Ishmael. Hagar had Ishmael by Abraham. She was Sarah's servant from Egypt. Here are the names of the sons of Ishmael, in the order that they were born. Nebaioth was Ishmael's oldest son. Then came Kedar, Adbeel, Mibsam, Mishma, Duma, Massa, Hadad, Tema, Jetur, Naphish, and Kedema. All of them were Ishmael's sons. They were rulers of the 12 tribes, and they all lived in their own settlements and camps. Ishmael lived a total of 137 years, and then he took his last breath and died. He joined the members of his family who had already died. His children settled in the area between Havilah and Shur. It was near the eastern border of Egypt as you go towards Ashur. Ishmael's children were not friendly toward any of the tribes that were related to them. And here is the story of Abraham's son, Isaac. Abraham was the father of Isaac. Isaac was 40 years old when he married Rebekah. She was the daughter of Bethuel, the Aramean from Padan Aram. She was also the sister of Laban, the Aramean. Rebekah couldn't have children, so Isaac prayed to the Lord for her, and the Lord answered his prayer. His wife, Rebekah, became pregnant. The babies struggled with each other inside of her, and she said, "Why is this happening to me?" So she went to ask the Lord what she should do. The Lord said to her, "Two nations are in your body. Two tribes that are now inside you will be separated. One nation will be stronger than the other, and the older will serve the younger one." The time came for Rebekah to have her babies. There were twin boys in her belly. The first one to come out was red. His whole body was covered with hair, so they named him Esau. Then his brother came out. His hand was holding on to Esau's heel, so he was named Jacob. Isaac was 60 years old when Rebekah had them. The boys grew up. Esau became a skillful hunter. He was a man who liked the open country, but Jacob was a quiet man. He stayed at home among the tents. Isaac liked the meat of wild animals, so Esau was his favorite son. But Rebekah's favorite was Jacob. One day, Jacob was cooking some stew. Esau came in from the open country. He was very hungry. He said to Jacob, "Quick, let me have some of that red stew. I'm very hungry." Jacob replied, First, sell me the rights that belong to you as the oldest son in the family." "Look, I'm dying of hunger," Esau said. "What good are those rights to me?" But Jacob said, "First, promise me with an oath that you are selling me your rights." So Esau promised to do it. He sold Jacob all of the rights that belonged to him as the oldest son. Jacob gave Esau some bread and some lentil stew. Esau ate and drank, and then he got up and left. So Esau didn't care anything at all about the rights that belonged to him as the oldest son. Well, that is a pretty rough start for the story of Jacob and Esau. Well, for Esau anyway. But honestly, I think it's a pretty good reminder of those times in life when we can say nothing is important as this thing that maybe really isn't that important. Esau took all of his birthright, all of the things that were coming to him, all of the things that would be of great significance for the rest of his life. And he said, none of that matters because I just need a bowl of soup right now. And it just makes me think, how many things in life am I just setting aside going, no, this is the thing that is important right now, and not looking at the bigger picture going, hold on, I can get soup in a minute. These are all of the things that I don't want to give up for the rest of my life. Hey, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, consider hitting the like button or subscribing to the channel if you haven't already done that. And maybe consider sharing it with somebody who you might think would want to come along this journey through the Bible with Sketchbook Bible Stories. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.